Hello YouTube, Byron at Splitting Slices. Well, it is Thursday, September 26, 2024. And for my long video today, I would like to do a Thankful Thursday open tag response to Dave up in the Great White North, Canada. That is Singing Toad Knives, Gear, and Outdoors channel. Dave took a sabbatical for about a month, but is now back doing content. So Dave, I'm glad to see you back. Everybody needs a break from this stuff, and looking forward to more. So Dave, thanks for starting this open tag. And today's open tag all stems from a challenge that has been issued by Cornbread, or better known as Mike, over at Hunting for Hookers, Outdoors and Adventures. If you haven't gone over to Cornbread's channel, what are you waiting for? He has a very humorous take on knives, gear, EDC, and sometimes pew-pews. So go check his content out. He makes some great videos. So Cornbread has issued a challenge to the knife community. He, along with myself and others, had to pass on a month-long challenge that was issued by Mark over at MB's EDC channel in the Great Britain. And he challenged people to basically just carry one knife for 30 days, for 1 month. Now, there is no way I can do that. One, I like carrying multiple knives. Two, more importantly, I do a variety of tasks, and I don't think one knife would be smart in performing some of the tasks that I have to perform on a daily basis. I'm a retired mechanical engineer in the material handling industry, but I am now a basically half to full-time cabinet maker. So there are quite a few different tasks I have to do with a knife every day, and some knives are better for it than others. So I have found that the safest way to operate is to actually carry multiple cutting tools. Some of you may know that one of my favorites is the Milwaukee Fastback. It is just a great, easy to use, easy to open, locking razor utility knife that can be used with one hand, has a pocket clip, has a storage for 3 additional blades, and if you get the 6-to-1 tool, it also has a bit driver, which makes it extremely useful in a workshop type environment. Now, I carry this every day along with usually 3 other knives. I carry a neck knife. I usually carry a primary carry. Now, that will be either a fixed blade or a heavy-duty folder, depending on my tasks for the day. And then I'll carry a slip joint. So the issue or the challenge that Mike has presented to us is, okay, I can understand if you can't carry just one knife. But what I want you to do is to limit your carry to just one item, and maybe use this as an opportunity to try carrying something that you normally don't. And so he basically has named his challenge the 4-in-1 or 5-in-1 challenge, where you basically carry 4 or 5 items, the same 4 or 5 items for 30 days, and then report back on how you did. Were you able to stick with the challenge? Were there issues or problems that arose? So I decided that this was a decent challenge. I might learn something about the tools that I use on a daily basis, but more importantly, maybe some things that I could actually start including on my EDC. Now, the one thing that I've always wanted to include, sometimes I carry them, but mostly I don't, and it is an EDC pouch. Now, recently I won this leather pouch from Ken Faulkner over at his knife channel. This was included in a giveaway win. And this is, I believe, an Amazon purchased leather pouch, but it holds 3 different items. It basically has 3 pockets. One could be used for, say, a flashlight. One could be used for a writing implement. And the third one could be used for either a knife or a multi-tool, depending on the size of the knife. Now, most of the time, the reason I don't carry an EDC pouch is, for me, I'm a big guy, but they're usually just too big. I want something that's minimalist. I want it big enough to hold the items that I want to carry and not a bit bigger. because I want to be able to get it in and out of my pocket easily throughout the day. And I've found that some of the larger, nylon style pouches are just too big. They have too many molly straps attached to them, too much Velcro hook for patches. And I know guys like that, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a very simple, yet, slightly classy, slightly elegant, something that's easy to take care of and maintain, and especially something that's not going to end up holding sawdust or trapping sawdust since I'm in a wood shop environment. The leather pouches I have found being the best because I can either wipe them off, give them a quick oil at the end of the week, and then simply blow them out of the sawdust, and it doesn't stay in there. It's easily cleanable. So I thought I'd go ahead and take this opportunity, and as one of my 5 items, I am going to carry this EDC pouch. Now, what am I going to put in that pouch? Well, here's what I've decided. I like to carry a flashlight, but I've always wanted to try to carry just the next size bigger flashlight. So this was a giveaway win from Jesse McJames, and I thought I'd go ahead and include that in the pouch. The second item I'm going to include is a small tactical style pen. Now, this is a very cheap plastic pen that was also a giveaway win, but I thought I'd go ahead and try it because it looks like it'll fit in the second pocket of this EDC pouch. Whereas a full-size pen will be sticking up above the pouch, and the whole concept of this is to get the whole thing in my pocket and have nothing sticking out of the top. And the third tool that I'm going to go ahead and put in is a new multi-tool. Now, this is a small O-Light from O-Knife. It is called the Otical P1S. Now, this is a new, small, multifunctional scissors tool that has about 3 or 4 different blades and tools on it, along with a pair of scissors. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Now, I used to carry a Leatherman Wave, and I carried it every day. But I found as some of my work changed from basically being an all-purpose general construction laborer, where I was building houses, framing houses, doing some drywall work, finishing, you name it. The Leatherman came in very handy at that stage in my career. But now I'm primarily focused on building cabinets, so I don't need everything that a Leatherman Wave has on it. But occasionally, every once in a while, I'll need a multi-tool. And instead of running over to the drawer and grabbing something, it'd be nice if I just had it on myself, on my person. So I'm going to give this small Otical P1S tool from O-Knife a try. And it's going to go in the third pocket of this pouch. Now, the idea is that if I need one of these 3 tools, I can reach into my pouch and get it. But on a regular basis, I'm probably only going to need this maybe 2 or 3 times for the week. So it's something that I'll carry and I'll have with me if I need it, but I'm not going to probably be using it every day. So I wanted to give this challenge the respect it deserves by trying to carry on my person either bigger EDC items or smaller EDC items to make it beneficial for me on a daily basis. So those are the, 4 items that I'm going to include. And then basically I'm going to carry a 5th carry. Now that carry is going to be a knife. It is going to be my primary carry. Now I have a small secondary carry blade on the multi-tool. So what I'm going to try to do is basically pick a 5th primary carry. But again, because of the nature of my business, I don't think it's safe for me to carry just one. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to pick a slip joint, I am going to pick a fixed blade, and I'm going to pick a folder that's a heavier duty folder. And I'm going to limit my carry for both work and pleasure to one of these 3 knives as my primary carry, but it will be dependent upon what my tasks are for that day. I will pick one of those knives for the day, and that will be the only knife that I can use as a primary carry all day long. Now, I don't know, maybe consider this kind of a cop-out or a cheat on the contest. What I'm trying to do is basically determine, hey, for the majority of what I do nowadays, can I get away with just carrying a slip joint all the time? Or do I need to carry a big cold steel Recon one as a heavy-duty folder to do heavy-duty tasks? Or could I eliminate both of them and just carry that small fixed blade, which I'm going to use the Knife Junkies designed Hogtooth Knives built Nova 1, which is a 3.5-inch Bowie blade of 154 cm with burgundy micarta scales. I've used this quite a bit as a EDC fixed blade, and I just love it. So I know that it's going to do the job that I would need it to do as a primary carry. I love the clip, the multi-clip that's on the back as far as a discrete concepts type clip or an ulti-clip. It clips on the pocket and sits in my either cargo shorts or bib overalls just fine. So that's what I'm going to end up carrying. Now, I almost always carry a Sharpie marker and a pencil because of the nature of the work I do, so I will continue to carry those as well as a pair of glasses, just so I can see. I need these on a daily basis, but what I would like to do is determine whether it may be advantage for me to basically invest in a little bit bigger tactical pen, something like a titanium pen or one of the bolt action pens that I could carry as a good, decent pen with my EDC pouch on a daily basis. So that's part of the experiment that I'm conducting here. Is it justified for me to spend the money on something like that? Finally, a couple things I'm going to try to give up, which I don't quite see how I'm going to do it, but we're going to give it a shot. Basically, I am going to quit carrying the Milwaukee Fastback. And I also, almost on a daily basis, carry a neck knife. Now, my neck knife is a D2 2-inch long blade made by Off Grid Knives. This is called the All Day Necker. Got a little oil in there. I just cleaned it up here earlier this afternoon. And I use this, honestly, more than I ever thought I would when I started wearing a neck knife. And I just find that it's extremely functional, extremely easy for me to get out and use if I need to, and it's come in really handy. But I'm going to try to get rid of this at least for 30 days and see how I do, see how I handle it, and more or less, decide, hey, do I really need to carry a neck knife, or can I get away with my primary, secondary, and multi-tool carry that we're going to experiment with on this venture? So we're going to set the Milwaukee Fastback and the neck knife aside, take it out of picture, and I am going to try to get along with what you see on the table, as well as a pair of glasses. All right, well, that's the challenge. Why don't you think about it if you're interested in doing this, and try Cornbread's 5-in-1 challenge or 4-in-1 challenge. I want you to carry 4 or 5 items. You're only allowed to carry that particular item. No substitutions for 30 days. And let's see what happens. So, Dave, thank you very much. Hunting for Hookers, thanks for the challenge. And we will see all of you on the next video. Take care.